Okay. Oh, jeez, that's loud. Okay. Hello, everybody. It's me. It's the beloved. It's Gabri. Wow. This time, as you saw, we're gonna do one of these again. I haven't done these in a long time. I don't want to do one before we have way too big of a backlog to go through. Because I should have done this a lot earlier, then I forgot. And then I looked back and I was like, oh god, there's so many games now, and I have so much to say about a lot of them. So, I'm glad you never streamed once when I was sick and I basically had a week off. I'm sorry, I've been kind of all over the place because you can see I announced my game Shape Hunters, and I also have been chipping away at a couple videos. I need to... If my throat is good later, then I might record the voiceover for the Rayman 3 segment, which is very on tune because we're having Rayman 3 music on right now. That was not intentional. So we're gonna just go straight in because I don't want to waste my voice too much. We're just gonna go straight into the spreadsheet. Forgot to turn that properly down. Jesus, I'm sorry. You might have gotten your ears blasted for a second. Okay, so, we're gonna do a couple ranking corrections first because some of these I don't agree with anymore. So quickly, I forgot to add that I have since reviewed Cuphead and the DLC since I streamed it. Fucking amazing game. Super Mario Bros. I'm gonna bump that up. Oh wow, we got a hype train. What is that? Is that I don't know what that is. Oh, I see. Oh, thank you, Squid, for subscribing with Prime. Okay, so, first things first, I'm gonna bump Super Mario Bros. Up to like a 7. Hold on. I think that game's very solid. I might rank it higher, but like, if you actually appreciate Super Mario Bros. For what it is, then it is a really entertaining and like exciting showcase of what a 2D platformer could be in really interesting ways, and it's super dense and interesting. Just remember this for the next time I suggest you play NBA Jam 2002 for the GBA. Fuck you, man. Thank you, but like I'm not doing that. Pikmin 2, I want to play this game again, because my beloved friend Otto, who was on the Nicktoon and Monkey Ball stream, really likes this game, so maybe I might put it higher when I play it again. Where's the other one? There was another one I wanted to fix. Sonic 1 and CD, I'm gonna give both of these an 8. and I'm gonna say yes. Uh, if this is your first time watching these, by the way, the let me turn this down for myself. If you notice, there's this thing called the poison meter, and basically it is like how it's hard to describe, but like my like poison it's based on like how much of a hump it is to recommend this game. Like a low poison game is like, I think if you have any remote interest in this genre, I think you won't have trouble with it. It's unrelated to how good the game is. Medium tolerance is like, I think if you watch my stream, I think you're completely fine. And then high poison tolerance is like, you need to be a connoisseur to appreciate this, like me. Anyway, Sonic 1 and CD are very good. I think CD is... I think Sonic 3 and Knuckles is still the best of them. I'm gonna give it an 8. I might give it a 9. It's really good. But, like, Sonic 3 is the best one. I like the ranking I have is, like, 3 at the top, then CD, then 1, then 2 at the bottom. I think I'm gonna give a maybe to Sonic 2. I'm not gonna talk about these at extents, but that's how I feel about them. These still haven't come out, huh? That was like years ago. What else do I want to fix? I think that was it. So just quickly scanning. Yeah, I agree with that, I agree with that. I agree with that. Okay, no, this is oh my fucking Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm giving this a 1. Fuck that game. That game sucked. I want to play Mario Sunshine again. I want to see how much I fuck with that game. Now. Okay, first, so excited for the Media Thieves review. I can't review the Media Thieves. Yo, Monday, am I right? Perfect day to think about making my game instead of actually opening RPG Maker and making it. Open it, dude. Like, give yourself, like, a list of things you have to do, and just slowly chip away at that, and like, if you just draw a sprite today, you did work, and you can look back on yourself and be like, that I did something of worth today. Why is it? It's because this is every single game I've played on stream, or done a video on, okay? Anyway, first one up is Chain Ged. I initially couldn't get this to work, which is why we played Spot Goes to Hollywood instead. I'm gonna give this... I think this game is, like, a really interesting piece of art. I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna say immediately, yes, recommend. Medium poison... Actually, no, low poison, because because, like, if you can... Yeah, low poison. So... Fucking Chain Ged is, if you don't know what it is a collection of game jam games, very short indie horror games, with the premise being that you play a game and at the end you make one of two choices. What is poison? I just described what poison is. Oh, okay, you just joined Tracy, okay. Poison is basically how... Is it seriously supposed to say Chain Ged? Yes. Yes. It is supposed to say Chain Ged, and I always say Chain Ged, so shut up. Is this supposed to be a pun on change that's changed? Yes. That's the bit. I'm not saying changed, because everyone's gonna think I'm saying the fetish game, so I say Chain Ged every time. Anyway, hi, hello Tracy, my friend. Anyway, the point is that poison tolerance is just like poison tolerance is like, I can recommend this to anyone who has an interest in the genre. Medium poison tolerance is like, I think if you watch my streams, you can handle this. But like, I wouldn't recommend this to like Joe Normie. And then high is like, you need to be a true connoisseur for this, which is why I put fucking like Armed and Delirious here. I fucking love that game. Anyway, Chain Ged is really interesting. If I ranked just like genuinely how good each game was, I think this would be like maybe a 6. It's very all over the place. Some people just did not understand the assignment and made like really boring, self-serious games. Other people made really funny, weird, interesting stuff. Some people just like clearly just had a gameplay idea and like forced the narrative into it. Those are one of my favorites. Some people just made absurd shit posts. There was a parody of Interactive Buddy. It is a true roller coaster ride, and I recommend, if you haven't seen my streams, get into a call with your friends, or like if you're one of those weird people who have friends in real life, get them huddled around the computer, and you will have a wonderful, wonderful time. Uh, I like what's stopping it from being a 10 is that I just don't think I'm ever gonna replay this ever. I think I'm gonna watch my friend play it. I don't ever need to touch it again. All right. That was a quick one. Myths are 100% true. Okay, we're this. You can see there's a giant fucking Atari 2600 stream section, because that was a stream I did. I want to do the 30O stream soon. That'll be really fun. Anyway, myths are 100% true. Honestly, I don't even need to say much about this game because I did a video on it. I love it. It's great. I'm really excited for the new the update they're gonna be doing. That I don't know when it's coming out, but it will happen. I'm really excited for that, and I just love the game. It's just like I I just wish it came out like 4 years ago when I was like overwhelmingly fixated on leather ice cream. Like he's still my goat, and I still love him. And this is still a 10 out of 10, but like I just so badly wish this came out when I was like primo autism for this, because I would have been unable to stop thinking about this. But it just came at a too later time in my life. But it's amazing. It's really fun and engaging. It has a really good gameplay concept of like combat photography. This is kind of like a Kirby game. I've been playing Kirby recently, and like this game is kind of like Kirby Superstar in how it is built. It's just a really solid fucking experience. I have no issues with it whatsoever, aside from like the tiniest of nitpicks. Like it doesn't when you get a gold true, which is like their P rank equivalent, it doesn't like show you on the menu which ones you got a gold true for. They might have patched that already. I remember asking Leather about that. Yeah, this is a good game. This is a fucking great game. It's an amazing game. Really interesting, like simple narrative. Really beautiful visually. Great soundtrack. It's just the ideal fucking video game. What is this emote, Amber? Stop fucking showing these links. What is this? This like Amber just posted an emote of like a corgi. Is it a default Twitch emote? Where did you get that? Anyway, Clay Fighter Sculptors. No, when I was a kid, I was very hyper fixated on Clay Fighter. Because I had a big stop motion kick. I wanted to be a stop motion animator at one point before I realized that I like finishing things. I have a huge amount of love in my heart for Clay Fighter. It's one of those things where it is an unironic love, but I gas it up ironically because me being autistic about it is funny. You know what I mean? So like I kind of love this game still, but this game is terrible. It's bad. There's like 3 different racial stereotypes so far. There's three different racial stereotypes as playable characters in this game. There's like a voodoo guy. There's like a Japanese kung fu man named Kung Pao. It's terrible. Only 3? Yeah. There's some characters I like, but like, yeah, I would love to see another stop-motion fighting game. I need to play Primal Rage. I think that, like, my dream, I want them to make a new Clay Fighter, and I want it to be, like, the best modern fighting game ever, because I think just the joke of Clay Fighter being, like, one of the big fighting games would be incredible. So far, like, more might be revealed as DLC characters. Fans of racism might like this new inclusion. Yeah, there you go. Oh my god. Oh wait, okay, this was a miserable stream. Clay Fighter with the Warner Bros. This is not okay disclaimer. Fuck yes. Yeah, this game sucks. The Your Favorite Martian DLC pass. A new challenger approaches. Weren't there a whole lot of Clay Fighters? Yes, this is the N64 one that I played as a joke at the end of the Ocarina of Time finale because the stream was a bit short. 63 and a third actually plays better. It has like some Killer Instinct-esque abilities. Characters are faster and like can do cool combos in a way that you can't in Sculptor's Cut for some reason. Uh, this game sucks, and the only and they got Whoopi Goldberg out to apologize for the racism. Jesus. Okay. Anyway, yeah, this game's not great. I think you should, I'll give it a maybe because it's like a funny game to play, but like this is not like a, it's not quality art. If you want a bad fighting game to play with the boys, wholeheartedly recommend The Simpsons Wrestling. That is an amazing bad fighting game. Anyway, Buster Jam. This game sucks. Where's my? I want like a 4 out of 10. I was really disappointed by this. I wanted to love it because Boom Buster is an extremely exciting game. I understand if you don't. Basically, if you haven't been keeping up, Boom Buster is a really cool, arcadey, arcadey platformer about sorting bombs, and it had a demo and it was so cool and I was really excited for it. Uh, and then the developers, what basically happened is that they have to make a really quick, small game to get some funds for Boom Buster and like a couple other things that happened. And that's completely understandable. I will not. I think it's completely fine to like want to save Boom Buster for like, oh, we want to make sure that this isn't like half-hearted. We want to put our all into this, and so let's make something smaller that we're more comfortable with, like just like farting out, not farting out, but you know what I mean. But the problem is that Buster Jam sucks, and it is basically WarioWare. It is literally WarioWare, to the point where some of the mini games are, and I swear, and I promise you, I'm not exaggerating, are literally stolen from the first WarioWare, beat for beat, but with new visuals, and even then they look fairly similar. Like, I was genuinely flabbergasted that, like, oh, it's been a long time, so I forget which ones, but they were genuinely like, if you look at the stream again, I should release this spreadsheet so you guys can like click the links and shit. Mindwave, but mid, yeah, Mindwave was great. I'm really excited for that, but like, this game, like, it literally steals micro games, and the original ones are just completely uninspired. The problem is that like, with every new WarioWare, raise, with every new WarioWare, they have like a new control scheme gimmick. The first one was just like D-pad and A button. WarioWare Twisted was like motion control. WarioWare Smooth Moves is the Wii remote. This is just button and stick, and so you can't really do more than the original WarioWare did. But whereas like Mindwave uses a unique mouse and keyboard setup that's really interesting. And so it's allowed, and so it's now able to do really unique microgame setups that WarioWare could never do because it's never done a keyboard and mouse WarioWare. And I've seen other indie games try and do this, but they don't really do it as good as Mindwave does, because it has games that only really work with this control scheme in mind, alongside ones that could work in the simple like Game Boy Advance like button and D-pad thing, but. Anyway, this game's sense of humor is really unfunny and cringeworthy. It feels like the table scraps of, like, people that don't understand why they like Smiling Friends. I like Smiling Friends a lot, but because it has, like, it's restrained, and then it does something really wacky, and then it goes back to being restrained in, like, a really well-paced way. Whereas it's the same fucking John K shit we've been dealing with in animation for like 50 years or some shit, where it's people's idea of like, animators need to be completely limitless and be able to like do whatever they want, and what they want, and every single time, they just want funny, ugly faces. I saw this image that felt like rage bait. It was this image about like criticizing CalArts, which fucking CalArts style is so fucking stupid on the surf immediately. But like, it was like cartoon faces now are all the same, whereas cartoon faces back get the fuck off. Cartoon faces back then were like John K. cursing an entire bloodline like Dio. Anyway, it was like, you know, back then, you know, animation was like expressive like this, and it was all just cropped, funny, ugly faces. And the one that pissed me off the most is they showed a screenshot from the Flintstones, which is like, if you're gonna talk about the golden age of animation, why are you bringing up the fucking Hanna-Barbera, infamously the company that like made cheap, low-quality garbage and fully admitted that they don't think they're making real art, and they think that like what they're they're churning out slop. There was like an interview when like they were like making a bunch of low-quality TV shit where like somebody was like, do you believe you're making real art? And they're like, no, this is nothing to us anymore. This sucks. Were there any Bob Clampett Looney Tunes on there? Almost fucking certainly. Almost fucking certainly. Nobody fucking gets, like... I tried watching Top Cat and I couldn't believe it. It's just sitcoms. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. Like, oh my god. And like, to be clear, I'm not saying that the Buster Jam people are like that. It's just that they carry the same obnoxious philosophy of thinking that, of just like mindless indulgence in drawing really ugly, funny face. I'm saying funny in quotes because they're not funny to me because they don't mean anything. Like if you watch like, I mean, I like Scooby. You can like Scooby-Doo. It's fine. I'm not saying you're a bad person for liking Scooby-Doo. I'm just saying that if you're gonna talk about like animation used to be quality back then, don't fucking bring up the McDonald's of animation. All right. Because, like, those shows have value in them, but they not for their fucking animation budget. Yeah, it's that Newgrounds style. And where it's just so, like, childish in a way that isn't interesting. But yeah, like, I'm not saying the Buster Jam people are like that, but, like, they draw in that really unfunny way. Gabri slams Twitch viewer for liking Scooby-Doo. Yeah, and it just means nothing to me. And I understand the value in it, but it just like, I just look at it and go, whatever, man. Because it just feels like, because I'm gonna be real, as like I grow as an artist, I used to value the idea of like pure indulgent stream of consciousness, but the more and more I look into art, and the more I become my own artist, I think about how much like limitation breeds locked and key, but like I think just like having to work within restraints is like the fun of being an artist, is I go, these are the tools I have and this is the thing that I want to do. You need to control chaos in some form? Yeah. And so, yeah, this game, it's just so fucking, it's the same like, Anton Blast doesn't have that ugly art thing, but like, they both are, just make me think of like, they're just so obnoxiously 2020s in a way that already feels dated. Like Buster, like this and Anton Blast really just feel like games that are going to be so fucking dated to us in 10 years. Our kids are going to think they're embarrassing. Buster Jam is like the game equivalent to people posting clips on Twitter of their Discord call laughing at a show. I don't want to play a game of the drawings you made of your Ocean Gartic phone. I don't care, I'm not any good. Fucking Maddox going off. Yeah, it's exactly what it feels like. And so, yeah, I was really disappointed by this. I really hope that these guys either turn this game around or just fucking pump it out, make some money, and hop back on Boom Buster, because Boom Buster feels a lot more restrained and like intelligent and despite wearing its influences on its sleeve. I really enjoy Boom Buster. I hope these guys make something quality. My Buster Jam hate mail game is insane. Yeah, fuck. Matt just went off there. And I just, that's good, that's correct. It's very rare for a dev team to actually be able to do the no limit, no deadline thing successfully. Yeah, I think the only time I can think of where that really paid off is Deus Ex. Connie in the Essence of Chaos. Hey, speaking of indulge in indie games, this game is nothing. I'm gonna give it a 3, actually. I'm gonna give both of these a 3. I don't care about either of them. Connie and the Essence of Chaos is an extremely derivative and directionless Rayman 1 clone made by somebody who, it feels like a game, Connie was funny to me to watch because someone who doesn't know much about Rayman anticipated when it would take a mechanic from the first one again. Like, every time it happened, I just went, not again. Yeah. Damn, you streamed a shit ton of games. Yeah, I mean, this was, like, all in one big, like, variety stream. But, yeah. Anyway, this game is really boring. It feels like a game made by somebody who has only played Rayman 1 their entire life and just thinks that's how video games are made. I don't think, and it just feels, again, it feels directionless. There's attempts at story that are just like written really boringly. This person made this. They also made a remake of Rayman 1. And I feel like their writing style is that they have characters talk and never say anything. Like this person, oh no, I'm sorry. After playing, yeah, we see the Kirby wave coming. After playing Kirby's Adventure in Superstar, I realized, like, oh, this person also really likes Kirby, but they don't understand why Kirby is good. This person, Raimani, is just super uncreative and directionless. I keep saying directionless just because, like, that's how I feel, is that, like, it's just Rayman 1 again, and there's no interesting elaborations of mechanics. There's no, like... There's just no core idea. What's the core idea of this game, you know? Feeling like Namco the way she puts my pole into position. Thanks for pinning that, Squid. Was from Tracy. It was a bad joke, but Squid pinned it, so there you go. I just don't care about this game, and I really hope that Raimani turns it around. It's a Rayman, but I made it. Because I heard their last game, Scoop Kick, was good. It looks like a real video game. So yeah, this game is just boring. And there's not much to say on it other than, like, everything it takes just because they found it fun in Rayman 1, and it doesn't feel like any real, like, well, what is our core idea? How do we iterate on this? How do we change this? Like, I talk about it on the stream of just, like... Let's say, like, the main mechanic is, like, you pick up your head and you throw it, right? Just, like, random idea. And then when they take ideas from Rayman 1, it's in service of what would be best to elaborate upon our core idea. But instead, it's just you have the entire moveset from Rayman 1, and it's all the level mechanics are from Rayman 1. I liked the boss fights, but they weren't, like, so amazing that, like... They're just decent, but like they're also kind of just like aping from a lot of typical modern platformer boss design, which is like people are trying a bit more and more to do less of the. It's like Hollow Knight shit. I thinking about it, like I feel like Hollow Knight and Cuphead kind of like paved like obviously Dark Souls is there, but like Hollow Knight applying that to a 2D platformer system is like. Kind of, like, sparked something with a lot of indie devs. Yeah, this game's boring. Super Adventure, this was a fucking solid demo. I'm really excited for this game. 8 out of 10. Yes, recommend. It is a game where the basic gimmick is that you have a shield on your back. This is exactly what I wanted from Connie. Where you have a shield on your back, and you can only, like... block shit by turning away from it, and it creates a lot of really interesting platforming and combat scenarios where you can only defend yourself or defeat things by turning away from them. But obviously, in such a simplistic platformer, just having to move, like, turn in a direction while doing other stuff can be very challenging, and it creates a lot of really intimate scenarios that feel very compact and cool. I really enjoyed this game. Stretching. So yeah, I don't have much to say on it, just because it was a demo, but like, they ramped it up really well. I really enjoyed it. It was a bit long, but I think I think I only felt that because I was playing it for like I was like streaming for like 2 hours by this point, and I was kind of done. Let me drink my order. Okay. It's the demos, and let's just go straight into the Atari games. We're gonna do rapid fire shots. Okay. So 7 out of 10. So Space Invaders, it's Space Invaders. 6 out of 10. It's all right. I'm not gonna recommend it. Actually, no, with an asterisk, because if you specifically have an Atari 2600 or like want to play Atari 2600 games, then yes. But like in the greater gaming space, just play the arcade version. Let's go with like medium poison. It's nothing. It's like it's decent. It's fun. It's Space Invaders, but like it's just a shittier version of the arcade game. Really interesting historically. I'm gonna do the same for Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, except Miss Pac-Man gets a 7. I love a lot of these old school games. Well, I'm just gonna do this for Frogger as well. I love Pac-Man a lot. We're gonna review let's review Pac-Man itself, because I didn't play it at the very end. Pac-Man is great. I love Miss Pac-Man a bit more, but Pac-Man is just like, it's when you look into game design and you look into Pac-Man, you understand that like I feel like every single game with combat like can trace itself back to Pac-Man. Wolfenstein 3D was inspired by Pac-Man. Beat 'em ups are kind of like an advanced form of Pac-Man, and from there, like the entire gaming combat space like webs out, and it all is centralized around the initial of Pac-Man. And it's really interesting, and this game is still so fun and addicting if you if you genuinely just try and care, if you just put yourself like, I care about score, I like score, let's do it. It's fucking great. Every game is Pac-Man. This is why I fuck with you. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, this game is just solid, and the Atari version is good. And yeah, it's just, like I just love Pac-Man a lot, and Miss Pac-Man is also great. And let's talk about Pac-Man arrangement in a second. But first, let's go through these. Haunted House. Now we're getting to the original ones. Haunted House is a fucking weird game. I kind of actually do recommend it if you're into weird Atari shit. Because of how it functions is very strange. You might remember when I streamed Deltarune Chapter 4 blind, I got to the Jackenstein fight and I went, yo, this is a haunted house on Atari 2600. I liked pretending to get scared by this game. It's just like a weird, like, kind of adventure game where you go through different floors and pick up different items. You play as just like a pair of eyes in the darkness. It's really cool. They try really hard to get like placeness. If you know what placeness is, it's like a term in games for like when something feels like a location and like feels contextualized aesthetically. They try to get placeness within an Atari game, which is very rare. And it's a really cool experience. We should race Dark Castle. I don't remember if Dark Castle is good or not. But yeah, Haunted House is pretty decent. I'm giving it a maybe just because like it's nothing super special, but like but I like if for an Atari game, I think this is something that you should absolutely experience. I love the Atari 2600. It's one of my favorite systems. I want to see if we can do if you remember, I've been getting retro game controllers recently. And I want to see if I can get a adapter to play these games with an actual Atari 2600 joystick, because that'd be super cool. Oh yeah, the eyes being the character you use is also just really interesting. So yeah, that game's interesting. Pitfall, I didn't really get this game. And it's kind of fun, but it's also like kind of weird. I'll give that a maybe as well, just a 6 out of 10, just because, like, I don't want to be like, oh, this game's janky and clunky, but also I had a lot of trouble with it, of, like, understanding its function, uh, but it's very neat. It's another one where, like, if you're doing Atari stuff, then absolute recommend. It's very interesting. What was Suicide Mission? Do you guys remember what Suicide Mission was? I need to look at the stream again. Hold on. I don't remember what Suicide Mission was at all. Oh, it was this game, right? What the oh yeah, I think I just couldn't understand this one at all, right? Oh no, it was Asteroids. Right. Okay. I'll give that, I'm giving that one a 6 out of 10 as well. It was okay. But Plaque Attack? Yo, I kind of fuck with Plaque Attack. I think this game's kind of sick, and I think it's actually, like, it very much holds up. First of all, it's an original game, so it doesn't, like, it doesn't get, like, just erased by, it doesn't get, it doesn't get erased by the arcade version, and it's also just, like, an actually kind of fun vertical shooter. You play as a thing of toothpaste, and you shoot, like, burgers and fries and candy and stuff to prevent teeth from getting rot. And it's actually pretty addicting. It's pretty well designed. And I was very surprised because I played it for the meme, and then I actually got pretty into it. It's very cool. Hold on. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Plaque Attack's pretty good. It's technically a dentist game. You're in like a mouth, but like you don't play as like you don't play as like a toothbrush or whatever. You just shoot like burgers and shit, which is funny because like if I was making a game about like stuff that rots your teeth, my first like they have so many savory foods. They don't have like cotton candy or anything. You shoot like French fries. Keystone Capers. I think this one was just kind of bad actually. I did not fuck with this one. It seemed very monotonous and, like, just kind of directionless. Maybe if I played it again, I would fuck more with it, but, like, again, like, historically, it's kind of neat, but, like, it's not really much. Does this one have, an arcade version? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know. It was just kind of whatever. It was like a screen-based thing where like on the there was a robber on like one of 3 floors and you had to get to the floor in time and catch them, and it was just kind of boring. It was whatever. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Why is the Three Stooges game not on this list? We didn't stream the Three Stooges game. Me, Amber, and I think Shelby played a Three Stooges arcade game once, but it was not on stream. Jungle Hunt? I remember, like, I think this one is pretty good. You're gonna have to deal with, like, a little bit of, like, it's called Jungle Hunt, and it was made in 1982, so you could imagine a certain enemy would be in the game. But apart from that, it is a pretty decent arcade game. I had some fun with it. I liked it. It was pretty decent. It's like one of those like a variety one. Let me look at footage of it again to remind myself of some of these. It had like 3 different phases. You swing on vines, and then you avoid rocks, and then you swim. Very interesting stuff. I liked it. Minus the certain enemy type. 3D Tic-Tac-Toe. I didn't get this one at all. I'm just gonna straight up go, like, non-applicable, because I could not figure this one out. I did not. I feel like if I read the manual, I might be able to figure it out, but even then, it just seems kind of fucking weird. Brando Floss Son ranking? No. Mario Bros. This is another arcade port. I love Mario Bros. Arcade. I mean, I don't love it, but I really like it. It's pretty solid. Same as the other arcade ports. Recommend if you're playing Atari 2600 games, but in general, it's not really anything. Yeah, it's pretty decent. Pole Position, I also I don't think I get this one to work either, right? I think it like needs a specific controller or something. Oh no, I did. Oh no, I did. Okay, I did play it. I remember just being confused by this one. I didn't really understand how pole position worked. Maybe if I played the arcade version, but yeah, I did not understand this one. I'm just gonna straight to my heart. 5, no. But if I played there's an arcade version, right? If I played that, I'd probably get it and enjoy it. It's pretty neat. Yar's Revenge, I did kind of fuck with Yar's Revenge. It's a bit monotonous, but it was kind of cool. I'll give it a 6. Still yes, though. It was like a weird horizontal shooter where you like carved a hole into a thing and you like shot a virus through it. It's hard to explain, but it's very simple. It's a bit monotonous, but I had fun with it. After a certain time, I just like kept winning and I was like, okay, I'm bored. And so I just fucking let it loose. Pac-Man Arrangements? This is a fucking great game. Pac-Man Arrangements, we're out of the Atari games. Overall, I love the Atari 2600. It kind of has the Game Boy Advance problem of a lot of the library is just ports. But there's a lot of cool original stuff, too. And people don't talk about it as much as I think they should. Because I like these games a lot. But anyway, Pac-Man Arrangement. It is part of something called the Namco Classics Collection, where they included classic Namco arcade games alongside remakes of them, or reimaginings at that point. And it was really fucking good. I like Pac-Man Arrangement a lot. I have not played the other arrangement games though, and I should though, because this one is really good. It is reimagining with a lot of new mechanics. There are like pills that like speed you up or like give you a clone on the other side of the maze, stuff like that. There's a new ghost type that starts edible, and if you eat them, all the other ghosts turn blue as well. But if you let them touch another ghost first, then they absorb the ghost and become like a stronger version. It's very interesting. Yeah, Kinky's in it. Kinky's a really fun new ghost. It has 2-player simultaneous co-op, which is fucking great. It is just a really solid experience. It's beautiful. The music is great. The visuals are great. My only criticism is that people are so fucking mean to arcade games. So much of the discussion behind them is obnoxious. But I like, and how people will go like, like they're just made to munch quarters. Yeah, and fucking every game ever is designed to make money in some way. Shut up. But some arcade games are designed in a way where because you had to like wait for other people. They made the end games of them super hard because that was basically the moment of all right, if you got here in one continue, you can maybe do it, but like for anyone else, like relinquish your turn, man. Get off the fucking arcade machine. And if you understand the difficulty from that perspective, it's not bad game design. It's actually good game design if you really think about it, because it's not designed to suck quarters. It's designed to make sure that everyone, like, some kid can't just hog the machine for like an hour. But playing it with outside of that context makes 1cc in the game really frustrating. But that's partially rectified by doing co-op, though. But yeah, Arrangement's amazing. I want to do an arcade game stream, because arcade games are fun. Underhill, I don't know if I'm going to review this one, because so basically what happened is that I played the prologue to this game that's really fucking long, and then I went like, alright, I'm going to stream this game after I move into my apartment, because I don't like playing mouse and keyboard games in my old setup. I'm here now, so not today, but next stream for sure is going to be Underhill. So I'm actually going to save this one. I'm not going to review this one, and we're going to get to my bread and fucking butter. Here we go. Heard the creator of Underhill passed away recently? Oh, that's sad. Oh. But Kirby. So, people who know me know that I have been very hyperfixated on Kirby as of recent, and you can see that happen live by watching me play the games in order. So, first we have Kirby's Dream Land. This is just a solid. It's like Boo Boo Baby version of like Ghosts and Goblins or something. It is a really simplistic combat platformer where you inhale enemies and spit them out. Uh, and with it's the only one without copy abilities at all, and that makes it very interesting. And it really shows like I actually really like the rhythm of inhaling an enemy and spitting out of the other. It creates these really cool combat scenarios where you're like hopping from enemy to enemy in a really unique way. Uh, and it's a really pleasant game. It has a lot of charm. It does feel it like you can immediately see Sakurai's skill as a director here. This is Masahiro Sakurai's first director role in a game. And I love it. What really sets this game up is that I eventually would go and do extra mode. And if you don't know what extra mode is, after you beat the game, you get a harder version of the game called extra mode, where the level design is different. Some of the enemies are harder, some of the bosses are harder, and it is super engaging and super interesting. And I wish they brought that kind of hard mode back into Kirby, because Kirby, we can see this consistently, these games are amazing, but they're held back by having to appeal to casuals and beginners, and that keeps sacrificing how much depth they could have. But that's just how this series is made, so I'm not like super bummed out about it. But yes, Kirby's Dream Land is very solid. Kirby's cool. Kirby's Adventure now. We're just gonna do really quick. Just gonna do this for Kirby's Adventure and Superstar. Kirby's Adventure is a perfect sequel. The only problems with it are that it lags out a lot on official hardware, and there are certain issues with eating the game eating your inputs. These can both be fixed with an emulator. There's a fan patch that fixes the input eating, and there is ways to overclock your NES emulator. And if you are really specific about an official re-release, the 3DS 3D Classics Kirby's Adventure does fix it. So if you're very specific about that, there is an official way to fix that. Either way, this game is incredible. It introduced copy abilities, one of the best fucking ideas ever. There are so many interesting copy abilities. The whole idea is that a beginner player can just use the ability they like, or just like not even use them at all, just like go play through the game like Kirby's Dream Land, whereas a hardcore player like me can learn all the ins and outs of every single copy ability and understand them and appreciate and really get all of the minutia out of them. There are so many good ideas for abilities. There's like a backdrop that lets you do fucking suplex moves. There's a laser that bounces off of like slopes. There's so many interesting rooms in this game. This game, I've been talking about something called the IPM scale, the ideas per minute scale, and Kirby's Adventure has a cracked out IPM. There, like you can see in my stream, I'm looking. There's a room at the start of Rainbow Resort, the final world, where it's like you're like digging through all these blocks, and I literally say out loud like, oh my god, they still are getting a bunch of ideas with these basic like geometric systems. Like all of the different objects are getting so many applications. And right before that was a room all about laser. And like this game has such a perfect, like great combat, great platforming, cool puzzles. There's a really fun puzzle where I bring this up a lot. It's in Orange Ocean, where there's another great idea is that there's this cannon, and if you need to use an ability that causes fire, there's a few different abilities that catch flames, to light the fuse of the cannon, and then you have to race over to the cannon and get into it and get launched to another screen, which will give you a secret. Fucking great. In this specific puzzle, the fuse is underwater, and you can't use copy abilities underwater. So you're thinking, what do I do here, right? But you figure out I shouldn't be using fire for this because fire can't go underwater. It can't like bounce into it or something. I have to use laser, and then you realize, oh no, laser doesn't work underwater either. But then you see there's a slope on the ceiling that you need to shoot to reflect the laser into the water, which then lights the fuse. Amazing puzzle. A great moveset based puzzle. Love that kind of stuff. I love this game. Very like one of the best looking NES games. Great soundtrack. It's not like legendary. It's no Tim Fallen stuff where like I'm banging the shit in the car without question, but it's pretty solid. Set up a lot of interesting tropes the series will later run into the ground. Just like a perfect game. Not literally perfect, but like an ideal new video game, and the same applies to Kirby Superstar. Kirby's Adventure was already like going harder into a combat platformer, and then Kirby Superstar is an actual platformer beat 'em up hybrid. There are really interesting encounters in this game. There are really cool scenarios, and like the two main things is that like for one, there is 2-player co-op with a helper. You can turn copy abilities into little helper friends, and sorry, I got a little grub walked into the room and bit me. I got radioactive powers. Okay, so what the fuck was I talking about? Right. Kirby Superstar, you have a little helper friend, and you can you have two like simultaneous multiplayer like a fucking beat 'em up. She got taken out by Nintendo. And copy abilities now have fleshed out move lists like an actual like what would later be Super Smash Brothers. Like you can see a lot of Smash Bros. DNA specifically in this game. You have a guard now. You have like a bunch of different abilities. I love Yo-Yo and Jet and Plasma and like all the returning abilities, a bunch of new shit. I love what they did to Beam. Backdrop is now Suplex. They fucking there's so many great abilities in Superstar. I love Bomb. All the new abilities are so unique. Sakurai has this idea called button weights, where like he tries to make every ability have a different weight to the button. In that, like, say Ninja, its main projectile is super small and super fast, and you mash the button repeatedly to make a bunch of them. So it's very like tap 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 tap. Whereas like Jet is a ability where it gets stronger the more you charge it, and then you can store that charge. So you're doing like a hold and release tactic. And then Bomb, you can also kind of mash it like Ninja, but the projectiles are slower, they're affected by gravity, and you press the button once to hold the bomb, and then you either press it once to throw it forwards, or you can hold it to change the direction of where it goes, and then release. So all different unique rhythms to the button presses, all really cool stuff. The whole omnibus format, where like there's basically 6 different main game modes in it, that are like each kind of like a different take on a Kirby sequel. There's the Great Cave Offensive, which is like non-linear puzzle collection stuff. There's Revenge of Meta Knight, which is like a really set-piece driven, like dialogue-focused adventure. I think my favorite might be Dynablade, which is basically just like a world of Kirby's Adventure, basically. And it's just really compact and solid and great level design. Spring Breeze is also really dense. Like, there's constant shit happening there, and you get so many new abilities constantly. What else? It's just amazing. And it looks beautiful. Music is also good. I love the sprite art in the game. I love the weird pre-rendered 3D graphics they use. There's a lot of 3D backgrounds in it. It's just a really incredible game, and I love it so much. And it's become my obsession because nobody else has done this platform beat 'em up hybrid stuff, and I enjoy it so goddamn much here. Uh, yeah, it's just really fucking good. And so Kirby was taking this really interesting direction. Kirby's Dream Land was like a Boo Boo Baby combat platformer about spinning and spinning and inhaling and spitting. Kirby's Adventure introduced the copy abilities, which have so many different applications. Some of them are used for good combat, like fucking. I love Parasol as like Parasol is one of my favorite abilities because when you learn how to use it, especially in Adventure specifically, it kind of has everything you need. Because it is both a combat ability and can be used for defense, and also is a movement ability because it lets you float in the air and like retain speed and shit. So, I love Parasol. I think Kirby Superstar went even further into it is a straight up platformer beat 'em up hybrid game. It has my favorite moments in the game are the Meta Knights, not Meta Knights, but the Meta Knights who spawn in the screen in like both directions like a fucking beat 'em up does. It's crazy. And they're really genuinely threatening enemies that you have to take out. They have a lot of health. And it's like incredible how it's like a real video game. Why did I say real? I'm sorry. It's like a fucking real like. I keep saying, but like it does feel like this ideal mix of platform beat 'em up, and like in a future Kirby game, I'd love for them to go even further into that and create a really unique and cool, like have more direct combat encounters, double down on the abilities, and like introduce even more abilities that feel really fresh and original because like Superstar, like the only real problem I have with it is that since a lot of the abilities are returning, which is totally fine because they're all like fresh and like are given full movesets, but it also means that Kirby's Adventure I'm looking at chat. I see Superstar is cool and all, but Triple Deluxe is way better. You cannot rage bait me on that. I'm sorry. I know you're lying. So abilities like Wheel and Beam and Cutter come back, and that's fine, but for abilities like Wheel, it does feel like Kirby's Adventure had this really good structure of like rooms where you enter it and you're clearly meant to get a certain ability, and then they show you a room that like takes advantage of that ability's unique system in a really fun way. And Superstar, like, never does that. It does that maybe once or twice, but it doesn't do that nearly as much as Adventure does. Which is sad, and that's partially because of how many abilities are returning, because they couldn't get as much as they want out of those, and it's partially because of how combat-focused it is, and it's partially because of how it's designed around two-player, so they had to tone down the movement of some abilities. Sakurai talks about this in his Kirby Superstar video, which you should watch. So yeah, it's still an amazing game, but like it has some downsides to the conversion. I think it's overall the best Kirby game, though. I have to think about it, but I think it's the best one. It's the one I replay the most. And so if they keep going in this direction and fix that and just like get like all new do like a soft reboot, all new copy abilities that you can iterate at the end, like remove the co-op stuff so you can just like focus entirely on how copy abilities can function, and like I love high jump. Bring back stuff like high jump that's just like a different way to traverse the level, and like have rooms based around that. They could have done this, but they proceeded to not do it for any other Kirby game. It's fucking crazy. Kirby 64, 5 out of 10. This game's fine. This is part of... Let's review the Dark Matter trilogy in order. Kirby's Dream Land 2 is the start of the Dark Matter trilogy. If you don't know what it is, basically, while Kirby was making... while Sakurai was making Superstar, and eventually made Kirby's Air Ride and Kirby GameCube, and then kind of left the series, a different director I forget his first name, but like his last name is Shimamura. He was a level designer for these the two best Kirby games, Adventure and Superstar, and they gave him the director's role. Oh, this trilogy of Kirby's Dream Land 2, Kirby's Dream Land 3, which I did not play Dream Land 3 on stream. I did play it off stream with Amber though, and Kirby 64. These games suck. Kirby's Dream Land 2 is an extremely boring, nothing experience. Copy abilities are all worthless. There's this new animal friend system where you can ride an animal and they interact with their copy ability in some way. And it sucks because, okay, okay, problem with copy abilities number one in this game is that there are only 8 of them. And they're all from Adventure. They have like Parasol, Cutter, Fire, Ice, Spark, Stone. One more. No new copy abilities. Oof. Oof. Immediate oof, because that means that it's not about novelty, right? It's about the fact that like that means that they're inherently stuck in doing a specific. They're inherently stuck in repeating set pieces from the previous games. But that's where the animal buddies come in. When you have an animal buddy, and it's like Donkey Kong Country, kind of. When you ride an animal friend, they interact with your ability in their own unique way. Basically, it's like a form of ability fusions, where it's not just you have Spark, it's you have Spark with Rick, Kiner, Ku. So technically, there are over 20 copy abilities, but problem number 2 is that all of the abilities feel bad to use. They are either nothing like... Who's the fucking bird? Ku? You have Cutter with him and he shoots 3 feathers, and it doesn't feel good, it's boring, it's nothing. Or you have... What the fuck was it? So it's that. Problem number 3 is that... You know when I said that they have 8 return and copy abilities? I lied, because some of the combinations are old copy abilities. If you use Spark with Rick, the hamster, I love that little guy, but if you use Spark with him, he does beam. He does the beam attack. They quarantined off certain old copy abilities to animal fusions for no fucking good reason. And problem number 4, the game's level design sucks. The game's combat design isn't interesting. And problem number 5 is that there's now this thing called rainbow drops. And rainbow drops, there's one in every world, and when you find them, there's this block type that can only be broken by a specific ability fusion. What this means is that, remember that cannon puzzle I was talking about with Kirby's Adventure? That is completely exchanged for the most binary break a block with this fusion type to get the rainbow drop shit ever. It is not a puzzle. It sucks so much, and you have to play the entire stage over again just to figure out the fucking combination and then walk over to it in the least interesting levels in the fucking series. This game is... the only saving grace of this game is that it's short. If it was longer, this would be like a 1 out of 10. This would be like Shadow the Hedgehog tier. There is nothing interesting about this game other than looking at how cute Kirby and the enemy and like the enemies and the animals are, which is the exact kind of fucking like, oh, wouldn't it be cute or cool stuff that Kirby's Adventure and Superstar, they're very childishly cool, and I mean that as a compliment because Sakurai's like, because like. They have really good mechanical ideas, and then wrap them around an aesthetic that's like very like childishly cool with like cute little characters. Kirby fights gods at the end of his games. He uses a fucking jet engine in Superstar as a hat. It's cool, right? Is there a reason why you think this little thing sucks in Dreamland 2, but it's good in Star Allies? I'm not going to talk about Star Allies right now, but yes, Star Allies does this better, and we will talk about that when we get to it. But I have not streamed that game yet. But anyway, this game is terrible, and it is so bad that it might have ruined the entire franchise, because every Kirby game after it that wasn't made by Sakurai is in the mold of the Dark Matter trilogy. they all have these stupid, like, tiny stars that are just coins in Mario. Something that Kirby just does not need and never needed, and is just here because it's a trope. They all have the fucking stupid optional collectibles, and they all have obnoxious fucking, like, they have no interest in, like, creating interesting copy abilities that create unique platforming or combat encounters. They're just keys to doors or, like, copies of earlier abilities. Dreamland 3 is just as bad as this, but it's even fucking longer, so I hate it and I gave up on it. Dreamland 3 sucks as well. We're not gonna get... I haven't streamed it, so we're not gonna get into it super hard, but, like, Dreamland 3 is fucking bad. Unforgivably so. I don't give a fuck about anyone who likes that game, alright? Because it's the same key to a door shit, but now there's one in every single level, and the puzzles never go further beyond just use the ability combination. They are not puzzles. They are not compelling, and if you think they're compelling, I think you're uncompelling. I'm gonna fucking take your lunch money, nerd! Like, I fucking hate that game. Dreamland 3 sucks, and Kirby 64 is a little better because instead of animal buddies, there's 6 animal buddies in Dreamland 3 too. And it's so fucking... I hate it. It's lame, and it's boring, and I don't want to play that game ever again. Kirby 64 is a little bit better because instead of animal friends... Dreamland 3 Catching Strays? No, Dreamland 3 direct fucking laser blast. That game is terrible, and the only reason anyone likes it is because it's cute. Straight fucking up. If you, the entire appeal of that game is look at the cute animations and the cute crayon art style. It's a pleasant game, but it's not a well-designed or interesting or engaging one. The only appeal in it is aesthetics. It is not worth anything. It is a bad Kirby game, and it's a boring video game in general. Kirby 64 has similar issues of really, like, boring level design and, like, combat and stuff, but, like, the ability fusion mechanic is now you inhale an enemy and then you, like, take their essence and throw it at another enemy and you create an ability fusion. So instead of fire with Kine, you have, like, bomb and ice, and that's way cooler. That's way more interesting. There's actually, like, unique and fun copy abilities. You got a fucking flaming sword. You can shoot missiles. It's cool. I need some water. Hold on. I'm tiring myself out. God, these streams are always really short because they tire me out fast. This game's okay. It's just kind of like I gave it a 5 just because I feel kind of nothing about it. Could you please stop talking about Dark Matter Trilogy? I want to hear you talk about Munchman. We're almost there. We're almost there, bro. We're almost there. It's right here. It's right here. We'll be fine. Kirby 64 looks pretty and it has some great music, but I don't care about its gameplay really. It has the same fucking... It has crystal shards, which are just the star coins, which Kirby doesn't fucking need. It's tropey, it's boring, the combat is lame, the level design is lame. There's this segment where... This is the... Like, this genuinely, like, it makes me so angry. There is a variety segment in this game where you sled with Waddle Dee in a segment that, like... How do I even explain this? It is a... Like, it's one of those segments where you ride a vehicle and you just press the A button. It's like the minecarts in Donkey Kong Country, right? But the problem with that in Kirby is... Why isn't it just wheel? You have a copy. This is what makes me so angry about modern Kirby. Well, this isn't modern Kirby, but, like, modern Kirby's like this. This is what makes me so angry about post-Sakurai Kirby design, is that they had a problem and a solution. Let's have wheel as a copy ability so we can do these, like, fast, like, fun, frantic, like, set pieces where we go super fast in one direction. And then Kirby 64 does the same thing but stupider, because instead of tying it to the main mechanic, for no fucking reason, you're just in this sled with Waddle Dee. Fucking, like, sledding with Waddle Dee is, like, my version of No Shrine on Shrine Island, actually. Like... Look, people who know me know that I've been complaining about this for way too long. I cannot imagine why that got through the fucking pitching process when they already had a solution to this in a previous Kirby game. Also, it's still the same abilities from Adventure! Like, Kirby's Dream Land 2 and 3 and 64 have the exact same abilities, except Dream Land 3 has one new ability called Clean, and it sucks. You just sweep a little broom up. It's not an idea made for, like, combat or platforming or puzzles or anything. It's an ability made as a key to a fucking door, and Kirby 64 has the same one as Dreamland 2, except there's Bomb from Superstar. It's so fucking lame, and I cannot understand why people like these fucking games and don't see this. I feel like I'm in a fucking I feel like I'm shaking in my fucking chair. Nobody else sees this but me. I feel like I have the glasses and they live, bro. The way that Kirby fans talk about this fucking series drives me nuts. Yeah, but he looks cute when he's sweeping. Isn't that cute? Yeah, it's literally just, oh, Kirby would be cute sweeping a fucking broom around. Clean gets brought back in Star Allies, and it's like a real move, and it has unique applications, and it's interesting, and I actually like it. Oh, fuck these games. I don't recommend 64, it's like nothing. I threw out my voice. Kirby fans are like Sonic fans if they lied. Oh gosh, my throat. Okay. 3D Munchman 2. This game's pretty good. Yes, I'm giving 3D Munchman 2 an 8 out of 10. Maybe not an 8 out of 10. No, 7. 7. So, this game is by one of my favorite companies, Webfoot Technologies. Webfoot Technologies is a bizarre company. They've made licensed games for like The Legend of Korra and like Dragon Ball and stuff. They've also made these series of bizarre looking PC games. One of which is 3D Maze Man, this is just a fucking Pac-Man clone, and it got them sued by Hasbro, who I think had some kind of publishing license for Pac-Man games on PC. Oh, Uncanny Cackoff music, I love this game. 3D Maze Man, Webfoot Technologies, they made the Dragon Ball Legacy of Goku games, which are RPGs in the Game Boy Advance, and one of them, I'm gonna pull up an image of this, has the Unabomber in it. I'm not kidding, I'm gonna look this up. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, let me get this on stream. Webfoot Technologies made a Dragon Ball game that has the Unabomber in it. There is an NPC named Ted who goes off the grid. Look. This, I'm not kidding. He looks like the Unabomber. He likes blowing up technology. He lives off the grid. This is the Unabomber in Dragon Ball Legacy of Goku. I'm not kidding. It's Legacy of Goku 2, sorry. So, fascinating company. The last thing they posted is they said that they were making NFTs and then just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth. Their website looks like it was made 20 years ago. I love Webfoot Technologies. 3D Maze Man or 3D Munchman 2 or whatever is just kind of a bad Pac-Man clone. It's not bad. It has some neat ideas with like there's like multicolored keys. It's a vibes game, and that's why I like it. It's because I love old school PC games. I am exhausted. I did a lot. How much did I do? Okay. Oh man, and I have like stuff I want to talk about coming up. You missed the great Dark Matter Trilogy rant where I said that fucking Shimamura's games are terrible and ruined the fucking series, and I'm dead serious. We'll talk about that with Return to Dreamland. Just you wait. I'll explain what I mean. I'm serious when I say that, and I have real points for that. I'm sorry, that was gross. Yeah, 3D Maze Man is the ghost AI is completely fucking like nose picking dweebs. It's really bad. But the visuals are like the sounds, the music, the sounds, the visuals are all fucking primo, like 90s PC game aesthetics, which I love. It's my favorite thing. I love you, 3D Munchman 2. You're my goat. Why does it have two names? I don't know. Most documentation calls it 3D Maze Man. I found a version called 3D Munchman 2. I don't even know what to tell you, dude. They're from what I've been told, they're the same game, basically. Gosh, I know I have to do these, but I just got hit with like a wave of exhaustion. Jeez. Kirby Squeak Squad. Actually pretty, like, one of the better Kirby games outside of Sakurai's work. It is it has a lot of really interesting ideas. It has the fucking, like, star coin shit, but it's contextualized as treasure chests that give you various different things, which is very cool. It has a lot of cool ability applications. It feels like a specifically a sequel to Adventure. And it has a lot of cool ideas with it. It's just really easy, but the new abilities are fucking amazing. Bubble, Metal, and Animal are all great abilities. I love all of them. Metal is a great new ability. They turned Magic from Amazing Mirror into a full new ability, and I like that one too. Very solid, cool game. Oh gosh. I like it. It's a huge downgrade from Sakurai's work, but it's pretty good. It is not a fucking garbage Dark Matter Trilogy game, and it's not fucking garbage Return to Dreamland. Fuck Return to Dreamland. I hate that game. Yeah, I like it. There's like a mini boss squad that, like, the boss fights are really easy, but I love the idea of it, and it's executed in some really cool, interesting ways. It's a bit of a potential game with how it has a lot of really good ideas. I don't fully make the most out of them. Combat is just as it is pretty uninteresting, but it's a decent outing. It is a decent outing. Thunder Force 4. This game was streamed after Squeak Squad ended quickly. I like this game a lot. I've been trying to get into more shmups lately. This game is beautiful. I love the visuals, I love the music. It plays really well. It has a really interesting system of you play the first 4 levels in whatever order you want. It's very fun arcadey shmup. I don't have much to say on it. I still haven't beaten it because it's really hard, but I like it. I haven't played the other Thunder Force games. I just got recommended this one. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, goodness. We're almost there, though. These are going to be some short reviews. Oh. If you're colorblind, you made the trans flag around Underhell? Wow. Yeah, I like Thunder Force 4 a lot. I don't have much to say on it, unfortunately. Return to Dreamland, I have a lot to say about this game. This game sucks so much, and then there is nothing, like, if you haven't played the previous Kirby games, you might not understand, but, like, playing Adventure and then Superstar and then realizing this game is fucking awful. So, this game was a fucking psyop. It is a psyop. People will tell you, oh, it has the level design of Adventure and the copy abilities of Superstar, and that sounds like pizza and fucking ice cream, right? That sounds amazing. But it's not that, because the combat sucks. Superstar made it so, like, regular enemies had more health than normal. It took even a Waddle Dee. It took multiple hits to kill them because it made you have to use your abilities, and, like, it made enemies more threatening. There were actual, like, threatening enemies in Superstar that, like, could do damage to you. There's none of that in Return to Dreamland. All of the new abilities suck. And the return abilities are given weight to... Remember that button weight talk I was talking about how, like, Plasma and Yo-Yo and fucking Bomb and, like, Wayne and shit all feel super different? They homogenize all the abilities. Sword has the same uppercut as Fighter now. It has a charge attack like Beam, and it's like, why? This is not fucking... This is stupid. Don't fucking put this in the game. It's so obnoxious. I have not seen a single good argument on why they keep adding more stupid shit to these fucking abilities. And also, there's 4 new abilities. And most of them are fucking returns. And and I'm so sick of seeing Beam and Cutter and Sword in every single game. I don't want fucking Kirby to have the same goddamn abilities each time. It makes them completely unable to make interesting scenarios out of them when they're forced to keep doing the same abilities. It sucks. It's so obnoxious. And like... The level design of Adventure, what a fucking joke. There are not, like, Adventure constantly is filling you with constant shit happening, and there are so many unique encounters and level design set pieces, and Return to Dreamland has none of those. You just walk to the fucking right the entire time, and all of these, like, new platforming gimmicks are so lame and could be done by any other fucking platformer. There are some great moments in this game. The void sequences where you have no abilities and you just have to fucking inhale and exhale as Kirby and like slide and shit, great idea. The key where you can't float when you use it and you have to like do real platforming, great idea. The ability challenges where they're like score attack, like time attack modes with all the different abilities, fucking great. New Super Mario Bros. Wii of Kirby, New Super Wii is better than Kirby's Return to Dreamland. I'm serious. This game sucks. New Super Wii at least has like every level it's the same. It's the Mario philosophy of like every single level in that game has a new mechanic or idea, and that actually makes the fucking game distinct mechanically. Oh, absolutely, it should be criticized for having super bland visuals, and like, but also to an extent, I'd argue that that's not that game's fault, considering that the main problem was that the next New Super Mario Bros. Games kept copying from it. But either way, bland aesthetically, pretty fucking solid mechanically, and the game's a bit empty in single player, yeah, but like at the very least, like, it doesn't feel like horribly empty. It still feels like a real video game when you're playing single player. It just clearly there's like a lot of screen space that's not being used, and like 4-player is fun and chaotic. Even 2-player fills up the screen enough and makes it really fun and interesting. Return to Dreamland is so fucking empty, and the combat's unengaging, so why are there, like, complex abilities? The platform is unengaging. There's so many new mechanics that are like, you climb on a rope. I don't care. What does this have to do with Kirby's core mechanics? How is this... Like, Kirby's Return to Dreamland plays like Knack. Like, there are no interesting new platforming ideas. There's no new interesting combat ideas. It's a platformer with de-emphasized jumping and de-emphasized combat. So you just hit a guy once and he dies, and you keep running to the right. You jump over a platform with no threat of death. It's designed like Knack. And Triple Deluxe is... I'm just going to do this right now. Triple Deluxe is just as bad as this. And it's so fucking boring. And the shitty fucking... like, motion gimmicks where you use the gyro, and, like, every time they add a mechanic that, like, completely doesn't interact with copy abilities at all, or, like, Kirby's main movement system, I just have to ask, why the fuck are you making a fucking Kirby game? Like, I understand, like, business-wise, but, like, you are not bringing anything. This fucking director, Kumazaki, is so fucking bad at understanding Kirby, which is crazy, because his first director role was Kirby Superstar Ultra, which has great new modes that perfectly iterate on Superstar. But his own Planet Robobot's alright, and Star Allies actually has a lot of interesting stuff going for it. We'll talk about that later. I haven't streamed Planet Robobot, but, like, I have real shit to them. Robobot and Star Allies. Return to Dreamland and Triple Deluxe are terrible, and they have nothing to them. I'm gonna give Return to Dreamland a fucking 2, actually. Because there is stuff I like about it, but I hate it. I do not fucking play these games. They're terrible. I hate them. Straight up. I don't want to keep fucking complaining about shit anymore. Like, this makes me too fucking angry. I hate these games. Okay. Oh my god, okay, hold on. I'm nipping this right now. Don't play this demo. It's boring. It made me too angry. I don't want to talk about it. It's a really boring 3D platformer. There's everything wrong with modern 3D platformers. It looks cool and that's it. Okay, Down South demo. I liked it a lot. It had a really cool, aesthetically cool narrative. Some interesting mechanics, but it really feels like a game made by like an artist. If you know what I mean, it feels like it's very much made by someone who's like more of a visual artist than a game designer. And like there's some interesting mechanics, some interesting ideas, but combat doesn't feel great. Platforming doesn't really have any interesting mechanics to it. I liked it, and for the aesthetic elements alone, it's going to be an interesting full game. But I really hope that they punch up the level design and the combat design too, because this could be a proper superstar rival. Because this could be fucking this could be a really cool platform beat 'em up hybrid, but it's not that right now. Kami Quest, the game that nearly caused a divorce between Gabri and Amber. That no one fucking didn't. No one didn't. Shut up. Oh god, the fucking Kirby rant like ruined me energy wise. I'm gonna blaze to the rest of these, and then I'll fucking take a nap or something. Turtles in Time is fucking awesome. This is I love beat 'em ups. I love this beat 'em up. It's a really solid game, really beautiful, like great music, fucking pretty visuals. Just one of the most fun campaigns to try and go through. I've been trying to beat this game on hard, and it's really difficult, but so fucking satisfying. Beat 'em ups feel like playing the guitar, and like every enemy is like playing a note of a melody. And, like, being able to perfectly execute the level feels like you just did a banger, like, guitar solo performance. Oh, yeah, Slash has been filtering me. Slash on hard is fucking hard. I love this game a lot. I feel like I performed an incredible performance when I do well in this game. Shoutouts to Final Fight as well. I haven't streamed it, but I love Final Fight. I played it recently. Yeah, I love this game. Play with a friend. The arcade version has 4-player and some other cool stuff, but overall the SNES version is better. Play arcade version if you want to play with 3 or 4 people. Other than that, play the SNES version. Love this game. Also, the time trials are really fun as well. It's a great game. Dark Cloud, equally gonna put medium tolerance because just watch my video. I love this game. Really interesting game. Everyone watch it 3 more times. I need money, please. That video performed really fucking badly, unfortunately, and I'm fine with that because like this is not my job yet, so I don't care that much about performance. I just want to make the videos that are good. But like everyone please watch that video more. Okay. Attack of the Toy Bots. I want to play this game for real later. Fan combination, more fluid version, arcade version until it's kind of the game like kind of SNES game. That'd be great. I'd love to see that. Of like a fusion of the arcade and SNES version, because there's some advantages to the arcade version. Yeah, I didn't play this one. This is on a stream with my friend Otto, and it did not. Basically, we thought it was co-op, and then we realized it wasn't, and so he was playing this. He was playing it the entire time. It's fine. It's a video game. Globs of Doom. Better than Return to Dreamland. No, this is just like a nothing game. I don't care about it. We didn't beat it because it crashed, and we were like, this game is boring. Monkey Ball 2 is amazing. This is just like a nothing, like 3D brawler thing. It's one of those types of games, you know, like Skylanders, where it's like I feel like when I play it, it's like this is what like stupid people think that arcade beat 'em ups are. They're just super mindless button mashers that you play with a friend. It's good. It's bad. It's bad. No, it's bad. This game is bad. Monkey Ball 2 is one of my favorite games ever, and I want to do a specific stream of the story mode in it at some point, but, like, it's one of the most video games ever. Incredibly, like, cool, like, geometrical locations in the game. Really fun, really fun levels, beautiful music and, like, environments, really fun party games. Is good. I love it. Holy shit, Kirby clocked me out completely. That made me way too upset. Oh god. Yoshi's Story, this game is... I want to play this game again on stream at some point, give it more of a real playthrough, but this game's fun. It's pretty decent. It's a really interesting score attack game based around getting different fruits. Very unique structure for a game where you, like... based on getting like your favorite fruit and shit. You can do all melon runs if you're sick in the head. I was thinking of streaming Star Allies after this, but I might be too fucking exhausted. I know you described it already, but was Poison it? Poison is just like how hard it is to recommend the game based on like how many hurdles you need to overcome to like understand it. Yeah, Yoshi's Story is a really fun arcade game. Really interesting, like, lap-based design where, like, you can play different levels of varying difficulty in each world, and, like, you're meant to, like, replay the game over and over and do different routes and shit. It's kind of like Star Fox in that way. Really fun 2D platformer, really, like, weird, pre-rendered 3D visuals. Really cool, like, weird music. I'm taking a nap. Holy shit, I forgot about how much these fucking completely exhaust me. Oh. And I still gotta, okay, apart from Underhell, which, like, I want to play more of that game before I review it, that's everything. I'm debating on if I want to stream Star Allies now. Hold on, you know, actually, here's my deciding factor. Just spit like... Because I'm doing Star Allies in a really weird way where, like, based on people's recommendations, I just, like, I downloaded a save file of the game that already beat the main game, and I just played the side modes, and that's it. Do what? No, I'm done streaming. This took a lot out of... Oh, fuck, no, don't press that. Sorry, that's not anything incriminating. That's a tier list I was making. Yeah, this is my Kirby tier list, guys. Here, let me... This is my Kirby tier list. This is a preview for... I've been writing, like, an hour-long Kirby video about, like, the Kirby series and how, like, it fucking devolved and shit. Yeah, this is my cool tier list. I'm taking a fucking nap. It's pretty to the point. Yeah, it's like a two-party system. Okay, I need some fucking rest. I'm gonna go record more Star Allies footage for my cool video, and expect when next month my wife Amber and girlfriend Shelby are coming over, and then we will stream Star Allies. I'm gonna rest. Next stream is Underhell. This is a short one, everybody. Goodbye.